something is quietly aging you. And there is a very good chance it is sitting right on top of your head. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work immediately. Today we are covering 5 outdated hairstyles that are making you look older than you are, and the exact replacements that will change how you read in every room, every photograph, every mirror. By part 3, you are going to want to pause this video and call your stylist. I mean it. Here is what we are walking through together. Part 1 is the hairstyle most women over 50 have worn for 20 years without questioning it, and it is the one doing the most damage. Part 2 covers the cut that feels safe, but is secretly shrinking your face. Part 3, that one surprised even me, because the mistake most women think is flattering is actually the one pulling every feature down. Part 4 is about texture and volume in all the wrong places. And part 5 is the one most women are still wearing out of pure habit, and it is the easiest fix in this entire video. If you have not already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1, the blunt jaw-length bob. You have worn it for years. You trust it. You have had it trimmed and cleaned up and touched up. And somewhere along the way, you stopped questioning whether it was still working for you. That is the most dangerous kind of mistake. The quiet one. The one that hides inside familiarity. The blunt jaw-length bob is one of the most common hairstyles women over 50 are still wearing. And it is one of the most aging cuts available. Not because it is ugly, because it ends at the exact wrong place. Here is what nobody tells you. The jawline is not a neutral stopping point. When a blunt cut ends precisely there, the eye is drawn sideways, horizontally across the widest point of your lower face. And if your face has changed shape over the decades, and it has because everyone's does, that horizontal line is now sitting exactly where it does the most visual damage. It pulls your cheekbones down. It flattens the middle of your face. It creates a visual weight at the jaw that was never there before the gray came in. This one is everything. A single inch of length changes your entire face red. The blunt bob became the uniform for women of a certain age, because it felt clean and professional. But what suited you at 35? When your face was fuller, your cheekbones were higher, your jawline was sharper, is not automatically still working at 60. Your face has grown more refined, more defined, more interesting. Your hairstyle needs to catch up. So here is what to swap. If you are still reaching for that clean jaw-length blunt line, replace it with a layered cut that falls just past the collarbone. Not dramatically longer, just past the jaw, below the chin, kissing the collarbone. The length alone changes how your cheekbone reads in photographs. The layers add movement, and movement is what gives the eye something to follow upward, toward your eyes, toward those beautiful features that the bob was quietly burying. The maintenance tip: ask your stylist for a point cut at the ends instead of a blunt scissor cut. Point cutting builds in soft texture at the perimeter. It prevents that hard horizontal line from creeping back in between appointments, even as the hair grows. Coming up next, the one swap that takes 30 seconds and changes how your entire face reads on camera. Part 2, the mushroom cut. Ask yourself this honestly. When was the last time you looked at a photograph of yourself and thought, yes, that is exactly what I was hoping for? Because there is one cut that is silently shrinking your face in every single image, and it is one that stylists handed out to mature women for decades, as if it were a gift. The mushroom cut. Round on top, full at the sides, tapering toward the neck. It was everywhere in the 80s and 90s. And it is still on far too many heads today. Here is the retention moment that stopped one of my closest friends mid-sentence when I told her. The mushroom cut does not frame your face. It replaces it. The volume sits at the sides and crown in a dome shape, and the eye reads the hair, not the woman wearing it. Your face becomes the gap in the middle of a round silhouette. And a round silhouette on a face that has naturally lost some fullness reads as heavy, not voluminous. Yes, that silhouette is the problem. The reason this cut became so popular for women over 50 is that volume around the face was understood as youth. And that was true, to a point. But there is a difference between volume that lifts and volume that rounds. A mushroom shape creates rounding at the widest horizontal points of the head, which mirrors and amplifies the natural rounding that happens to the face with age. It does not fight the change. It echoes it. There is also a reason this cut is so hard to grow out gracefully. The layers are stacked in a way that collapses as the hair grows, leaving you with an in-between shape that belongs to no style at all. Growing out a mushroom cut without a plan is one of the most common reasons mature women end up cutting short again before they meant to. Here is what to swap instead. Replace the mushroom shape with a textured pixie that has longer layers at the crown and shorter, tapered sides, the opposite silhouette. This version creates vertical lift at the top of the head, which draws the eye upward rather than outward. Your cheekbones re-emerge. Your jaw looks sharper. Your eyes red as the centerpiece of your face again, rather than the text inside a round frame. The maintenance tip. Ask your stylist to use a razor or texturizing shears at the crown rather than scissors only. This builds in the soft, airy volume that prevents the dome shape from reforming as the hair grows between appointments. The next mistake is the one I see most often, and the most expensive one to fix if you leave it too long. Part 3, the overlayered feathered style. There is a reason Part 3 is the one people message me about most. And it is not because this hairstyle is obviously wrong. It is because it looks right, on the surface. It looks styled. It looks intentional. And that is exactly why it is so dangerous. The overlayered feathered style. Lots of movement. Lots of layers flicking outward at the sides. Volume built into the mid-lengths. If you came of age in the 70s or 80s, this cut is embedded in your idea of what beautiful hair looks like. And that feeling is powerful. It is almost identity level. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week. Stunning bone structure, perfect posture, the kind of presence that fills a room. And her hair was quietly undoing all of it. She kept asking the stylist to just clean it up. She didn't know what she was actually asking for. The feathered layers were flicking outward at her cheekbones and jaw, creating a wide horizontal wingspread that was visually aging her by a decade. The stylist kept trimming and reshaping, but the fundamental problem was structural. You cannot tidy your way out of a silhouette issue. Write this one down. The feathered style was designed for the face shapes and hair textures of the 70s. Fuller faces, denser hair, softer jawlines. When the same style is worn on a face that has refined with age, a face with more defined bone structure, finer hair texture, a more angular jaw, the outward flick of the layers fights the natural architecture. Instead of framing your features, the wings compete with them. And finer hair that is heavily layered has a secondary problem. It loses its weight distribution, which means the ends look sparse and the mid-lengths look flat. You end up with a style that appears dated at the cut level and thin at the texture level simultaneously. This specific combination, horizontal wing shape plus sparse ends, is flattening your cheekbones and adding at least 5 years to how your face reads in natural light. Here is what to swap. Replace the outward flicking feathered layers with a soft curtain bang frame, paired with inward sweeping layers. The inward direction of the layers pulls attention toward the center of the face, toward your eyes, your nose, your mouth, rather than pushing it outward and away. Curtain bangs that part softly at the center and sweep down toward the cheekbones work with the bone structure you actually have now, not the one you had 30 years ago. The maintenance tip. Ask your stylist to cut your layers longer and fewer. Fewer layers, longer in length, means the hair holds its weight and the ends look full rather than sparse. One appointment to remove the excess layering will change how your hair photographs immediately. What I am covering next is about texture and volume, but not in the way you expect. The next mistake surprised even me when I first saw the data on how often it appears. Part 4. The Crown Heavy Volume Set. Bold question for you. Have you ever sat under a dryer hood? Or spent 20 minutes with a round brush and a diffuser, building volume specifically at the crown of your head? Of course you have. Because volume was always the answer. Volume meant youth. Volume meant fullness. Volume meant presence. But here is the thing nobody tells you. Crown heavy volume, all of the lift, all of the height, all of the fullness concentrated at the top and the back of the head, is one of the fastest ways to make a mature face look overwhelmed by its own hair. There is a reason this style became synonymous with a certain generation's idea of dressed up. When it was developed, the products that created it, setting lotions, stiff hold sprays, heated rollers, were signals of effort and care. Hair that was set and sprayed communicated that a woman had taken time with herself. That meaning has not aged well. Today, a rigid, crown-heavy set reads as dated at the cultural level before it even registers as a specific style choice. And at the technical level, this is the one that matters for your face. Here is what is actually happening. The height at the crown draws the eye upward, and then stops it dead at the edge of the silhouette. The eye bounces back down. And where does it land? On the sides of the face, which are receiving zero volume because all of it went to the top. The face reads as narrow and long in the middle, with all the visual weight misallocated. This is adding years by pulling attention in entirely the wrong direction. This specific mismatch between where the volume is and where your face needs it is doing more work against you than almost anything else in your routine. Here is what to swap. Take the volume off the crown and put it where it belongs, at the mid-lengths and the sides, specifically between the ear and the cheekbone. A diffused, piecewise style with body at the sides and a softly deflated crown completely repositions how your bone structure reads. Your cheekbones look wider. Your eyes look more open. Your face reads as more proportional and refreshed, not because anything changed about your features, but because the volume is finally working with them instead of competing from the wrong altitude. Swap a stiff hold setting spray for a lightweight volumizing mousse applied at the roots of the side sections only. Diffuse with the head tilted sideways, not flipped forward, so the volume builds at the sides rather than at the top. The maintenance tip: try sleeping on a silk pillowcase after styling. It dramatically reduces the crown flattening that kills a diffused style overnight, meaning you get 2 days of the right volume distribution instead of 1. There is one thing about the last hairstyle on this list that nobody in this space talks about. That is next. Part 5. The ultra-short helmet cut. Here is a bold statement, and I stand behind it completely. The ultra-short helmet cut is the most habit-driven hairstyle in the world. Most women who are wearing it are not wearing it because it is the best choice for their face. They are wearing it because they have always worn it. Because it is easy. Because it takes 5 minutes. Because someone told them once that short hair is more appropriate, more elegant, more sensible for a woman past a certain age. That is a myth. There is a reason this cut is so pervasive, and it is not aesthetics. It is a cultural script that told women over 50 to take up less space, less length, less presence, less attention. And the helmet cut is the physical manifestation of that script. Same length all over. No layers. No movement. No variation from crown to nape. It sits on the head like a cap and asks nothing of the viewer, because it gives the viewer nothing to engage with. And here is the specific aging problem. Without any layering or movement, the helmet cut eliminates the play of light in the hair. Light catching different lengths at different angles is what gives hair dimension, depth, and the appearance of thickness. A uniformly short, unvaried cut bounces light evenly in all directions, which reads as flat. And flat hair on a mature face with naturally more refined features makes the face look harder, not softer. Honestly, the helmet cut is the one I wish someone had said something about years before most women finally hear it. Because by the time you are ready to change it, the growing out phase feels daunting, and it stops women before they even begin. Here is what to swap. Replace the uniform helmet cut with a tapered nape cut that has longer, layered sections at the crown and soft texture through the top. This is not dramatically longer. We are talking about adding 1 inch to 1.5 inches of length at the top and sides. But those layers introduce movement. And movement in the hair means the light starts doing work for you instead of against you. The eye catches depth, dimension, and variation, and your face looks more dimensional in response. The grow-out phase is the secret nobody tells you. Ask your stylist to grow the top and sides first while keeping the nape clean and tapered. This means the grow-out always looks intentional. You are never in an awkward in-between shape because the nape is always neat while the top lengthens into its new shape. The maintenance tip: use a small amount of lightweight pomade pressed between your palms and swept lightly through the top layers. This separates the layers and lets the light catch them individually rather than reading the hair as one flat mass. It takes 10 seconds and changes your entire silhouette. You just learned everything you needed to know. And you are more than ready to make the call. You just learned the 5 outdated hairstyles that have been quietly aging the most beautiful women over 50. And you did it in one sitting, when most women spend years figuring this out alone. You didn't just watch a video. You changed how you'll look the next time you sit in that stylist chair. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 hairstyles were you wearing without knowing it was working against you? I want to know. Next time, we are getting into the one accessory mistake that adds 10 years overnight. And it is not what you would ever expect. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.